Hey everybody, this video we're going to actually use the HON66 Lishi here, and we're going to pick and decode a Honda ignition. I might get asked about this quite a bit, so I went to the junkyard and got one. And just some tips on the Honda HON66 here. The ignitions are just like the door. It's got to be picked 2 times to read it and then picked back to home, so a key will go in it, same thing. And Honda wafers are terrible. And so in the field, if you have an ignition that you try to Lishi and you don't get back a valid code because your wafers are super worn. That was the case on this one. I've actually got the key code and the bidding for it because I've got a key and I took a look at the valet lock before I left the junkyard. And so basically this is the wafers that were in there. They're old and worn. It was reading, like 2 positions off on a lot of the spaces here. So I went ahead and just rekeyed it with new wafers. So it still works on the same key, same code. And now though I can actually decode it. And just some tips in the field too. If you pull a valet lock or a door lock and you get a code on it, it doesn't work the ignition. It could have been replaced with an aftermarket ignition. And a lot of times those will actually read accurately, but you're not going to get a valid code back because they're not made to they're not made to the code series basically. Some of them aren't. A lot of them aren't. So you leash one in the field, get a reading on it, and just cut a key anyway, it might work. Otherwise, you just replace it. But anyway, leashing it, same as the door. You're going to have to pick it 2 times. And then take a reading, and then you have to pick it back to home. So go ahead and hopefully get the tool all the way in there. And I believe that it is. And this isn't too bad to do in my hand like this, but it's in the field, it's just awkward, but totally doable. So I've got the odd numbers going down, evens will be going up. So 1 is binding on the A track, so I'll go ahead and pick that. Little rotation. Go to 3. Okay, 3 is springing, and nothing on 5. Okay, 2 and 4 on the A are good. Okay, 2 and 4. Okay, 4 is binding on the B track. Click on 4. 2 is still springing. We'll leave it alone, so we'll go check the odd numbers on the B track. Okay, got to click on 1, got some rotation. Click on 3. Okay, 1's binding again on the B track. Okay, now number 5 here is binding. Click on 5, and we've now got it picked halfway. So from here, a key will not go in the lock from here. You gotta pick it again before we can take a reading, or pick it back to home. So we're gonna go and pick it again here so we can take a reading on it. And got 1 binding on the A track, and we're actually picked. So now we're in the run position. And from here, we can actually take a reading on it. So we're going to go ahead and decode it. I think it's kind of just awkward to hold here. All right, hopefully we can see. So I'll just go ahead and we'll do the A track first. And we've got on the, hang on here. Make sure the tool doesn't slide out here. The handle when you're picking it actually kind of pushes the Lishi out, as you can see. Make sure it's all the way in there. All right, so I've got 3, 5, 5, 6, and there's nothing on number 5 on the A track. So now the B track, we got 4, 5, 1, 1, 3. So 4, 5, 1, 1, 3. And so that is actually the bidding on this lock here, because I do have the key and the key code here. So that is the bidding. It does read accurately once I rekeyed it. But now we'll go ahead and we'll pick it back. So I'm just going to turn it back until it stops. Got to push it in just like it's the key. So push it in, turn it. So now I'm stuck here between, basically lock and unlock, basically. And then we're going to go through, just tensioning it the opposite direction. And We're just picking it back to home here. So, all right, so one's binding on the A track. All right, and I just had to pick that one, and it actually goes back to home. And then just like the key, push in, turn it back. You know, the lock pop, the steering wheel lock pop back out, so it's back to home. And you know, key still works as it should. And from there, you'll be able to cut a key and you know, get your customer going. So anyway, so that's just, you know, picking up HON66 ignition. If you have any questions or comments, put them in the comments. And until next time, we'll talk to everybody later.